Friday. It is going to be a lot of fun. Town Village. Do you know what Town Village is? That's the place where you like go to retirement home. Like 55 and older. Town Village, Audubon Park. It's a retirement community at 950 Cherry Road. That's where I'm going to be. It's going to be a lot of fun. I know it sounds crazy. I love going there. I go there every year. Every year. And when I'm 55, which is 7 years from now, 6.5, I'm going to be the pickleball champion. I'm going to be taking everybody's girlfriends. I always tell all the old dudes over here in 7 years, man, say goodbye to your girlfriend, bro. Because, man, you don't understand. That's exceptional senior living. They got 3 different restaurants. They got a bistro. They got a couple different bars. They take you anywhere you want to go. They got a pool. They got an indoor pool. They got pickleball courts. They got housing. They got it all. It's amenities. It's beautiful. Check them out, townvillage.audubonpark.com. I'll be there this Friday. Come and see me. But last night, boy, did we see like an old 90s basketball game last night. The Pistons, and it made so much sense that the Pistons were involved, didn't it? Late 80s, early 90s, some defense, some ugly shooting. And I'm going to be honest with you. Last night, both teams were ugly. Do you realize that Detroit actually shot better than Orlando, and they shot only 38% from the field? Did you know that?
I did notice. This is why I take the under, John.
That's ridiculous.
This has been a rock fight.
Dude, it is too ridiculous. And turn up my man Jared's mic just a little touch so they can hear my homie.
And I checked the third quarter after playing ball last night, and they both had 56 to 54 in the third quarter.
Yep.
I see why you're taking the under every time. That's a low-scoring game.
Yeah, it's going to be a rock fight, man.
Paolo airballed 2 3-pointers last night. Airball. Didn't catch rim. I was like, bro, he was 0 for 4 from downtown, quit shooting, and he got to the line 13 times. And that's kind of the difference was turnovers and getting to the line and knocking down your free throws. Because that's the one thing, the Magic, they got 25 free throws made on 34 attempts, 74%. Only Detroit, 20 free throws on 28 attempts. They shot 20% Detroit from the three-point line. And just a touch better, Detroit shot 26%. I mean, we were seeing brick after brick after brick after brick after brick. And the best part about that is I took the under before the game started. And if you remember, do you remember how the game started when Orlando came out, forced 7 out of the first 10 possessions were turnover, Orlando scoring. You also have, by the way, if you all remember, like when it first started, Pistons hit their first, I think, 3 shots and then couldn't buy a bucket. I mean, this thing started out with a quickness, man. You saw Orlando jump their ass. And I'm like, whoa, wait, we have been this bad boy with a quickness. That thing shot up to like 219 and a half. I don't think I ever even worried about it. Like, I didn't even look at that bet. I already counted it as a win. You could just tell. But the also thing is, I want to ask a lot of people right now at the Sissy's Log Cabin text and listener line where life's too short for ordinary jewelry. I think I'm changing a little bit. And that's, guess what happens the older you get. And life does change, you know? Things do change. I've always been about stars. Star power. You know, I grew up in MJ. I want to be like Mike. If I could be like Mike. I was a little tight, wanting to be like Mike. Had my Jordans on. Never was flying, though. But I'm now, like, looking at it. I'm starting to think that the real story here is it's not necessarily about star power as much as it's about depth. Mm-hmm. If your guy gets you 30, your star, that's one thing. But if your 6 through 9 guys only get you, like, 18, 20 points, you're probably losing that game. And we harp on stars constantly. But, man, when I'm watching the NBA games and the playoffs, one, I feel like depth's the real story right here in these playoffs. If you got a deeper team, you have a real good chance because I hate to say it, but you can't play all 48 minutes anymore these days. Not everybody.
And with the way that injuries are impacting everything, depth definitely comes into play. Even if those dudes are like 20-minute-a-night rotation dudes, if they're ready to go.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You got to have them ready to go. And I'll tell you one thing. This is going to sound crazy because Franz Wagner in the end of the second quarter, I feel like he kept Orlando tight. He was hitting the three. He got in the lane and got an easy little two. When they went on that stretch where they couldn't score to save their deadgum life, all of a sudden Orlando comes back and takes the damn lead at the halftime. When for a minute in that second quarter, you thought Cade and them boys were about to run them out and get a big lead, but nope. Wagner kept them in them. And then he got injured. You know that, right?
That nagging calf injury.
I started saying to myself, oh my God, do I cash out? Oh my gosh. And then Jamal Cain came in straight up after doing an 8-ball and started flying around with a cape like he was Dwight Howard dunking on fools like I ain't seen since MJ.
He gonna accuse that man of doing a powder though.
He
Man.
definitely did. I didn't know he could fly like that. My man was on a pogo stick last night. Bro, he was defensively, he was stealing things. He was dunking on faces. What he did last night off the bench was, you can be like, John, if you didn't watch the game, by the way.
The dunk.
The energy that it brought, the 9 huge rebounds that it seemed like he always kept, especially those 2 offensive. He got 3 on the night, but 2 of them were huge.
The dunk
kicked it out to an open 3 for Bane.
The dunk emphasized the type of night that he had, because like you just mentioned, he had a hell of a night competing.
Man,
he was getting after
he was on defense. He was up.
Not just last night though. He was like that Saturday in Game 3. He was like that. He been like that the whole series.
But that's what you do with your depth.
Yeah,
It's about how you use it. You know,
there you go.
And like, yeah, it's you have to know that, like a player like Jamal Cain, if he's an energizer, you call a timeout if they on like a 6-0 run.
Yo, bring in him. Yeah, bring in the Energizer Bunny, bro.
And if you ain't got to burn that timeout, just send him to the clock.
Right.
You get him at the dead ball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, to your point, and this is what I was telling John before we came in, your stars are going to star.
Yeah.
They gonna do what they do. It's those dudes that, like John said, those 6'9", 6'10", those players that's coming out. They have to fill their role and play well. Perfect example of such is like, you can find plenty of those really, in a positive or negative. We look at Detroit right now. Cade is generally a 26 a night, 27, 8 boards, 9 assists type dude.
I mean, on the year he averaged 24, 6, and 9.
See, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But right now,
Damn it, I don't know if
going into last night, he's averaging 30. And having to overcompensate on scoring because he ain't got it around him right now. That Orlando's taking that away. But then also at the same time, he's also overcompensating and trying to play make, which is causing a lot of turnovers. Mm-hmm. And that's taking him, and especially last night, because you can see he got desperate last night. He was forcing stuff that he wouldn't ordinarily force. He almost kind of went back to like Oklahoma State Cade when he was by himself. And he had to go pretty much get it how he live and do it that way. Not that he's not trusting his teammates right now. It's just they making it easy.
Well, his
not
teammates
to
ain't
trust.
making shots. I can promise you
making it
that.
easy not to trust. So he has to overcompensate for it. And the thing, me and Darian was talking about this in your driveway, John, right just as we were leaving. The thing that irks me about it is that he's going to receive a lot of unnecessary blame for putting on the Superman cape and trying to overcompensate what his guys are not delivering, which is what we ask our superstars to do. Mm-hmm. And it's like,
how about you do me a favor? Like for Cade, like this is the one thing I feel bad about Cade. Again, realistically, Jalen Duren has a chance to be the most improved player of the year. Do you believe that?
Well, Nick already won the award.
Oh, it's already been given out. See, I didn't even pay attention.
Last week.
Was it really last week? What the hell was I doing?
I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday last week. They've been kind of spacing them out. Mm-hmm. Like tonight, I think Executive of the Year.
Well, I know he was up for it.
Yeah, he was there. He finished second.
Yeah, okay, he did finish. Okay, thank you. I was like, damn, bro. I'm sounding like an idiot today. Not anything different than a day that ends in Y.
This is why you hired the crew that you hired.
That's right. That's right. I got to make myself look good. I got to have a bunch of smart people around me. But the thing is though, like with Cade and everything, who was there to help him?
Well, here's the thing, and I broke this down with Greg and Eli. I talked to the guys at 94 about it. Talked to Jared about it yesterday. Or last week or yesterday, one of them. Jared, you can have a better recollection of the day. This was Karis LeVert's role. But his body has taken so much that he can't do that no more. But the style of
actually,
play,
LeVert played pretty decent, I thought, last night for LeVert in the playoffs for his body.
Yeah, you know,
he
all the injuries to his knees and the whole thing. His game is suited for that role. It just ain't on him no more. Now, they tried to bring in another shooter with Kevin Herter, but you ain't still got
Man,
the
Kevin
playmaker.
couldn't play, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You still ain't got the playmaker. Duncan is there able to play because you got Duncan out there defending, but you're not using Duncan for the weapon.
Duncan was
He
1
is,
for
yeah.
6 from 3. He
See
couldn't
what
hit the
I'm saying?
broadside of a barn. He hit
See
that
what I'm
one
saying?
step in 3-pointer in the transition.
Yeah.
After that, he didn't hit nothing. But by the way, I can't believe I would have punched Jalen Suggs in the second half in the head if I saw him shoot another 3. That dude jacked up how many last night?
Too many.
And made one the whole night. How many
Too
did he
little.
shoot?
This is the game we in.
Jalen Suggs, every time he pulled up, I said, what the bleep?
I'm going to give him that one because he's had one hell of a series.
He has.
So I'm
but
gonna give
after
him
he
that.
missed his first
And because
7,
they won. They won.
Yeah.
Let it be.
You better say one thing. Desmond Bain, seeing Ja Moran and Tripp in the building last night, rooting on their
that's
homie
energy,
Des.
baby. That's
Do you
energy.
see Ja sitting there doing when he hit the 3?
Shout out to Ja because we were
Tripp.
just out in Phoenix about a week or so ago doing the same for Dylan and Grayson. You know,
Dude, I hate to
just
say
being
yeah, I know. I
surprised.
saw him there too. But you know what? hate to say this, man. Bro,
So
like that made me kind of sad.
it didn't make me sad. I feel you. It kind of validate what we feel anyway.
It just is like, damn, man, what could have been if y'all just could have gotten y'all ish together? If Deepak wasn't your friend.
We gonna find out after a while that we got bad juju around here, man. I hate to say it, but our basketball team, Greg Gaston said it plenty of times. We need an exorcism down at FedEx Forum. We got to get some ritual stuff back in order. You know, maybe we need to call our good people down from Voodoo Village to come up and just try to rectify some.
My man Dennis, remember, said we need to walk goats around.
Who knows
Get
better
some
how to
goats.
get rid of funk than Dennis?
Yep, that's right. So we got to get goats walking around FedEx Forum. Hell, man, we can go down and take the ones from Silkies.
With it.
Good idea. Let's do this. We're going to jack the goats from Silkies, walk them around the FedEx Forum, then we're going to return them at Silkies and be like, look, we just found your goat. We get a free diver or what?
Sage night at the FedEx Forum.
Who I like. Yeah, Sage Night. Hell yeah. Burning Sage, everybody out front. But Ja and Tripp, seeing them at the game, that was cool. But Dez last night, man, I ain't going to lie to you, bro. That dude was working his ass off defensively. 5 for 10 from the 3-point line. He did even bank that last one in that separated and basically ended any hopes at all for the Pistons.
The man made 12 threes in the 2 home games in that series.
Damn.
He had 7 of them on Saturday.
Yup.
I was live betting, so we got to like 4. Oh, let's keep going, Dez. Oh, 5? Okay, let's bet on 7. Okay, bet. He hit 7.
And he was bodying up everybody. He was so damn physical. And that's the other thing about the NBA playoffs versus the regular season. I love the fact that they don't blow the whistle on every damn play. You actually get to play defense. You see these guys who are the greatest athletes on planet Earth getting out there and actually getting physical instead of them like if you blow them, they would call a whistle during the regular season. You're like, damn, stop it. But I get it. They're trying to keep them healthy so they can let them bang like this during the playoffs. And man, they were banging last night. And let me just tell you one other little note. This is the 6th 8 seed to have a 3-1 lead over a number 1 seed. 4 of the previous 5 8 seeds that had a 3-1 lead over the 1 seed have advanced to the next round.
And one of them went to the NBA Finals.
That was the Heat.
Yeah, and they came from the play-in.
But they also had a
NBA
Jimmy
Finals.
Butler who was banana sandwiches during that playoff run. Lord have mercy.
Hey, you gonna hate on Bam and Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero.
I'm not, but Jimmy Buckets, though, man, those late game.
He was so big time with the big buckets.
Yes, with those big buckets, man, Lord. One thing about Paolo, though, I don't know if he's going to be the superstar we think he is, or if he's going to be like one of the greatest scorers and become he's not a shooter like Carmelo. He don't play plays defense like Carmelo does.
But that's what they should have brought somebody in to craft that.
He needs to work on that 3-point stroke. But man, Detroit's in some deep trouble. We barely got our toe wet in the NBA. We're going to talk tons of NBA today, playoff games. We're going to gamble. I got funny stories at 12:30 from a little bit of Hardwood because it feels so good. And again, tonight you got 76ers and Celtics at 6, Hawks, Knicks at 7. And we got the Trailblazers and Spurs at 8:30.
And you had a caller that just asked, are we going to talk about, and I'm quite sure because we talk about gambling anyway, so I'm thinking we're going to talk a little bit about Brendan Sorsby a little later on.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to talk. That's a Hardwood story because let me tell you about the Texas Tech quarterback. Well, former Cincinnati Bearcat was the creme de la creme. Everybody wanted him. Like, do you know how many coaches yesterday were like, boy, we just dodged a bullet? Because if you don't know, Texas Tech's billionaires who are spending money to get them a championship spent a lot of money on bringing him to Texas Tech. And he checked himself into rehab, but not the kind of rehab you think.
Also, this breaking news, Damon Jones is the first of the gambling scandal to plead guilty.
What? That just came in?
Just came in.
Well, now you know what rehab he checked in. He checked into Gamblers Rehab, which I understand AA, NA, CA, the 12-step program. I don't know about gambling rehab. Nothing about it. If you know something about it, 901-360-8255. Let me know. The Sissy's Log Cabin text and listener line where life's too short for ordinary jewelry. On the other side, Mo Schefter. We're going to get back to some NBA around 12. 12:30, I'm going to tell you about the Texas Tech quarterback who checked himself into rehab. And more funny stories. But, man, next, it's Mo Schefter, NFL Draft, 30 minutes strong. Send your questions again to 901-360-8255. This is Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin Evening is coming to the Graceland Soundstage. Saturday, May 9th at 8 p.m. Jason's thunderous drumming recalls one of the greatest to ever sit behind the skins, his late father, John Bonham of Led Zeppelin. This is as close as you will ever get to letting the lead out live. Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin Evening. Get your tickets today at GracelandLive.com.
Air. We breathe it naturally. Simple, right? Not so fast. The air you breathe could be hazardous to your health. Don't guess. Be sure with a phone call to the Memphis Mold Inspector, the only licensed mold assessor in the Mid-South. Call the Memphis Mold Inspector to check the air quality inside your home and office. Protect babies, pets, new homes, old homes, employees, friends, loved ones, and you. Just call 901-292-7788 for clean air and peace of mind. 901-292-7788 for the Memphis Mold Inspector.
Ken Garland, you are in your 72nd year of business. Your son William is now joining you. What do you think is the key to your longevity in the building business?
My dad started the business in 1965, and I think being on the job sites daily and being accessible to homeowners has been a key to our success.
You guys have a work ethic, as you like to say. You're not hiring people to be on the site. You guys are there every day.
We interact with the subcontractors multiple times a day on each job site. I think that has been a key, as well as using the same subcontractors 20 plus years in most cases.
When you talk about materials, what is the first thing you're thinking about when somebody comes to you to build a home?
We're just trying to meet the expectations of the client and the homeowner and the architect and give them what their dream is.
When you get a Ken Garland home, what do you guarantee?
We'll be there after the job is finished. We're still accessible to all our clients.
Now I need to know, how do I get a hold of Ken Garland?
You can reach us at kengarland.com.
Landers Ford in Collierville, number one in the Mid-South. New 2025 Ford F-150. Not 10% off, not 15% off. Up to 20% off MSRP. Due to its success, Landers Truck Month has been extended. Truck Month level savings on everything. Use your tax refund as a down payment to save even more. Trade values are strong for now. Get top dollar before values drop. Shop one of the largest selections of new Fords in the Mid-South. The price you see is the price you pay. No hidden addendums. That's the Landers Ford difference. different. Get started now with our Landers Easy Pass at LandersFordMemphis.com. Don't wait. The best new Fords with the biggest savings will sell fast. Give us a call to schedule your test drive today. Landers Ford in Collierville. Remember, if it doesn't say Landers, you paid too much.
Sales report, Memphis Market. Example 2025 Ford F-150 XLT. Stock number 25T0751. MSRP 62,450. Ford retail bonus cash 4250. Ford retail customer cash 2000. Landers discount 6500. Sale price 49,700. Price plus tax, title, license and 695 processing fee. See dealer for complete details. Offerings by 426.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
This Mother's Day, the perfect gift is from Gould's. Choose the Mom's Escape package, which includes a shampoo and blowout with style, signature facial, relaxation massage, and a free Babor face serum while supplies last. Or buy Mom a $100 gift card and get $10 off. Offers good through May 10th at any Gould's location. Gould's is always the perfect gift for Mother's Day, with salon and spa services as well as the best hair and skincare products. Gould's Salon Spa, turning heads since 1932. Happy Mother's Day from Gould's.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour brought to you by MemphisMoldInspector.com. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It's such a beautiful day, y'all. It might be a little bit wet outside. It might not be the prettiest day you ever seen, but we all live and we all have NBA basketball to game on last night. We had it last night. I'm having a lot of fun. NFL draft to talk about.
And this is why the ruler's back.
Mo Schefter.
Yes, sir.
Mo Schefter. You know how great it would have been to see Adam Schefter and Mo Schefter on Jerry Springer. You are not the father.
Mo would have power slammed that man.
Oh, my goodness. But we're going to talk a little bit of NFL draft with my good buddy Mo Schefter. But I do want to tell y'all at the text line, 901-360-8255, if you text me a story that is funny enough to be discussed on Hardenwood Store, like today at 12:30. So think of something good. You got basically 55 minutes to get it into me. And it's got to be something that I read on Hardenwood. Something funny. And if you hear your story read, then I'm going to text you back and let you know you won tickets to Zach Bryan. He is, by the way, a country singer. He plays this Saturday. And it's something like Orange or something. Isn't that his big song right now?
You asking the wrong dude.
Hey, I'm the
Where's
musician.
Dacus when you need him?
I'm the musician and he acting the wrong
Something
guy.
in the Orange. Thank you, texters. Y'all are faster than Cooter Brown. Oh, and this guy also says, don't forget I remember everything. See, we got a bunch of country folks out here listening. If y'all want tickets to the concert, free tickets, 2 of them, buddy. How you like me now? Text me at 901-360-8255, 901-360-8255. Give me a story. Like, you give me a link. Write the story down. Talk and text it. I don't give a damn. Just give me a story. If I read it on Hardenwood today at 12:30, you won tickets to Zach Bryan this Saturday. But, man, we got Riverbeat going on this weekend, or am I crazy? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right?
The Wu-Tang Clan is not, if they're not already here, they're on their way.
Wu-Tang Clan and Ice Cube.
Yeah. I
And
saw some photos.
I have never
and
met
videos of
Cube or Tang. I've had Tang, not the drink.
Why you down there? See if you can get him on the show. Also, see if you can get our guy Method Man on the show as well.
All right. That's a good idea, actually. I just hope I'm going to have to tell, you're going to tell Superman that because, you know, I'm going to be a little lit.
Any other Wu on the show, these dudes are about to go into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year, too. So
This year?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to do that. I'm going to have fun on Saturday. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, if you want these bad boys, text us. But now it's time to talk NFL with my man Mo Schefter. And I'm so sorry. I've been talking. Mo been on the phone for 5 minutes and he probably wants to punch somebody in the head. Mo, what's up?
Not at all. Not at all. First of all, two things real quick. Get you a hype man like Jay Hammond in this lifetime, because he always gets me fired up playing the right tracks when I get on this radio airwaves. And number two, I actually have body slammed somebody before in life, but I was protecting my commercial property, so it was a legal action of defense.
I love it. I love it. I would like to see that power slam by the day. Was it Goldberg-esque?
You know what? It may have been Rhino-esque, if you remember Rhino.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it may have been Rhino-esque.
Rhino with the gore. That big spear.
Yeah, but he had that like
he did have a power
side.
slam.
He had like that side little
side
rock
slam.
bottom thing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I did. That's what I did.
Oh, that had to hurt.
It's on camera. I don't know if I got the footage still because it was a while ago, but there was footage of it for a while.
Man, I'm so fired up though, Mo, because we're going to be talking about tacklers all day. Because I'm going to start on some defense actually today, and I'm going to ask you first and foremost. You know how Pat Mahomes is like a generational type talent. He is absolutely a freak. Last year they were down, injuries, all kinds of issues. Their offense has been slowly kind of going backwards the last few seasons, if you haven't noticed, ever since they lost to the Eagles in the Super Bowl and a little bit before then. They also win heavy defense again this year. I love the cornerback, Mansour Delane out of LSU. I think he's great. I think Peter Woods is a defensive tackle that's going to start straight off the jump. I love that. I think the edge rusher, Mason Thomas out of Oklahoma, love the pick. But dude, did they get anything at all on is there anybody that's going to help Pat, or are they going to do that in free agency with one of the maybe Diggs or Tyreek Hill? Like, are you surprised that they went so defensive heavy? First 4 picks, all defense. They got a defensive tackle, corner, a safety, an edge rusher, and Mason Thomas. And then they went with Emmett Johnson, the running back out of Nebraska, with the 5th pick. Y'all know they picked up Kenneth Walker in the offseason. But who the hell Pat throwing to?
So, okay, and you, if you've been listening to me now on Johnny Radio, you know this isn't me just reacting to react. I felt for last year the problems of the Kansas City Chiefs on offense was wildly overblown. Shout out to my brother Big Shot. He called the receivers Walmart greeters, and I just wildly disagreed with it because I thought they had 3 to 4 wide receivers that maybe they weren't all wide receiver ones, but there was a bunch of wide receiver twos, that's for sure. And then with their offensive line, they also had their fair share of injuries.
Yes, they did. Trey Smith.
If you look at that defense last year, that's where the real problem lied. They weren't as effective in stopping the run. They certainly were not as effective in getting pass rush naturally, which is what Steve Spagnuolo has done for so long in this league. That's how he won with the Giants, an ability to rush 4 and create pressure with 4. They no longer had that ability. So when they would compromise by blitzing, well, now all of a sudden you look at your corners and your safeties and you're like, we don't necessarily have the right players. So you're absolutely right. They took the best corner in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
There is no doubt about it.
And they got rid of Trent McDuffie, remember? I mean, they did a lot of, getting rid of people. Remember how big Trent McDuffie in 2022 was?
I do remember. I also remember, I'm pretty sure that was his rookie year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When they drafted him, do you remember how big he was and how big he played? I feel like they're seeing everything that they saw in Trent McDuffie in Mansour Delane. That's why they moved up to get him, is what I'm saying.
Right, and then they went with
the big defensive tackle. Man, I think Peter Woods is going to be awesome.
Yeah, I do too. I think Peter Woods in most other drafts, depending on the board, could have gone mid-second round, high second round. So maybe even late first round, by the way Malcolm Brown went for Texas to the Patriots a few years ago. So and then they got that kid off the edge with some speed out of
Mason
Oklahoma.
Thomas, baby, I like him,
brother. Yes, and I liked because I like the entire secondary out of Oregon, and they ended up getting that kid out of Oregon as well.
Mm-hmm. Jaden Candy.
Yeah, so I think like you said, they can still go ahead and add. Sorry, my other phone is ringing, and I have no idea where it is, so I apologize if you can hear it.
No, we actually can't.
You still have Tyreek Hill out there. You still have Stephon Diggs out there. You still got a few guys out there, but you also have some guys returning, and you're hoping the addition of Kenneth Walker, the healthy offensive line, another year with Rashee Rice where he's finally in training camp, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Like law hanging over his head.
Correct. And I'm going to be honest with you, and I am not a psychiatrist, okay, but I do think last year there was a psyche thing going on with Travis Kelce, and who can blame him?
Dude,
who can blame him?
Yeah, he's getting like the Taylor Swift chickity chick. He's getting the billionaire lifestyle.
So he was like, man, I'm over here taking all these hits while we 6-10. Meanwhile, I could be in a VIP suite watching my girl continue to collect billions on the New Eras tour. So I think Travis Kelce's going to have a little bit of a rekindled spirit. You know what I mean? Going into this season as well. Like he committed. He signed a multi-year contract, even though it's not going to be multi-year. We get all that. But I do think Travis Kelce is super committed. And we just going to keep it as real can be. From 2007, let's just keep it real. From 2007 to 2021, any team Tom Brady was on was the favorite for that conference to reach the Super Bowl.
Facts.
But Brady had Peyton Manning in his conference. And I don't care if I offend Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I don't care if I offend Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Pat Mahomes don't got no Peyton Manning in his conference. So to me, a healthy offense with a retooled, re-strengthened defense, once again, it's appropriate J-Ham played the rulers back. Because once 15 is healthy, brother, this is the team that beat in the AFC. There's no question about it.
You saw the Broncos last year. Defense was filthy. Bo Nix did enough. They just did enough, and they won, and they had the number 1 overall seed. We know what happened in the postseason. Bo Nix got injured. What do you think about the Broncos draft, and who's going to win the NFC West?
So, I mean, the Broncos, I give Sean Payton so much credit for what he's done with this roster because the Russell Wilson debacle.
They didn't even have a pick till the 3rd round, right?
No, they didn't. They didn't have a pick till the 3rd round, and they ended up going with the D tackle out of Texas A&M. I do like the running back they took out of Washington, but I don't think he's a pro running back. And then the other guys are, I don't think he's I like him. I watched his tape, and I was entertained watching his tape, but I'm like, nah, this kid ain't making the NFL. Like, no offense. Unless he, does something on special teams. But we'll see, regardless of what. No, again, like, this is a year-to-year league. So I know some people are going to be like, oh, what are you talking about? The Broncos went 14-2, whatever they went. The Chiefs were 6-10. Who cares? That was last year.
Mm-hmm. It
doesn't matter. Like you, a few months ago, we talked about the Jets and the Dolphins. Well, low key now, the Jets and the Dolphins have optimism. Like this league is ever changing. It's ever transforming. You got to be in. The only thing that's constant in the NFL is change.
Facts.
And so you look at what the Chiefs did. You look at the Broncos offseason where they didn't really add anybody in the draft. They lost a couple of very valuable pieces in free agency on offense. I think the AFC is going to go from top to bottom, Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders. But I do think the Raiders will be more competitive. Obviously, the Chiefs will be more competitive. It's going to be a very competitive division. But the Broncos, by no means, should feel like, oh, yeah, we run the West. No, sir. No, sir. The West on both conferences is truly the wild, wild West as we head into 2026.
My man Travis Burke out of Memphis, 6'9", 320, worked with David Deal, who was a NFL left tackle for the Giants last year over at the University of Memphis. He was their 4th round pick. He's a monster, 6'9", 320. He's big. They also got Jake Slaughter, the center from Florida. So you see what John Harbaugh loves to do. He likes beef, and he got some more beef. And then, of course, he had the edge rusher with the first-round pick, Mesidor out of Miami, the other guy not named Reuben Bain, who was a beast on that defense. What'd you think about the Chargers draft?
Oh, sorry, the Chargers. Okay, my bad. I thought you were going Giants because you said John. Let's go back. Let's go to the Chargers.
Oh, my bad. I meant Jim.
No, you good.
We talk so much about the damn Giants and how great John Harbaugh's done. I was kind of trying to stay away and move over to the West today.
No, you're right. Because I was like, wait, I thought Travis Burke went to the Chargers. So you're right. I got it. I got it right here. We're good. Again, I love teams that have identities, that have vision. And truly, when we get to the NFL draft, you really get sort of a look into the thought process of each individual organization. And if you look at a team's draft results, regardless of the player, forget the player. That's irrelevant in this conversation. When you look at the results, if you see consistency, if you see a vision, if you see a purpose, okay, well then we can automatically move this team into a potential positive column. And I think with the Los Angeles Chargers, they got a DNA, they got an identity, they have schemes, and they know what type of players they want in those schemes, and they know what type of strength is needed to execute that scheme. So where some people might say, oh, well, this guy has this type of weakness, he can't go in the first round. Harbaugh, Jim or John, any smart football organization is going to realize, wait a minute, what we need him to do, he does very well. We can teach him the other things as we move forward. So I think the Chargers draft was consistent with how they've been building their roster since Jim Harbaugh got there.
Dude, they got like a center, an offensive tackle, and 2 offensive guards in their 6th round. And like the offensive guards they got the big kid out of Oregon, and then they got the kid that they're going to be working on with out of damn it, where did he? Thank you. I couldn't remember.
Yes, sir.
Because he's another dude who's like 6'7", and he looks like he's one of those dudes who's like still got so much room for growth.
Correct. And the guy they took from Oregon, I believe he was a tackle, but he's going to be a guard in the NFL.
Oh yeah.
And bro, the size of him with the speed and skills that he learned,
40 or something. Yeah, dude, and he can run like the wind blows.
Yes, so he's gonna, maybe not this year, but a year or two, I could definitely see him being their starting guard. And again, this is a team that learned from their mistakes, that realized their only deficiency was depth.
At the offensive line position.
So what do? So again, you got to watch teams that have visions, that have a plan, that have a DNA to their roster. Those are the teams that execute. Those are winning football programs. And the Chargers, as long as they can stay healthy, go Chargers, are going to be a very winning football program.
Dude, I love it. I love Mo Schefter, too. I say this, sadly, we got to take a quick timeout. We're going to be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail with a little bit more Mo Schefter on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Let Bryant Dacus and Brett Norsworthy take you home every afternoon. Sports Time on Sports 56. Weekdays from 3 to 6 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Unlock your new go-to spot, Codes Dispensary in Steele, Missouri, just over an hour from Memphis. When you're ready for a legal, reliable option, they're right up the road. Explore the full menu of top-shelf products in-store and online. Short on time? Order ahead and cruise through the drive-thru for a quick pickup. Stack rewards while you stock up with Club Codes. Earn points for every dollar spent. Codes Dispensary, now open in Steele, Missouri. Supreme Cannabis that's worth the drive. Learn more at CodesDispensary.com. That's CodesDispensary.com.
This is Sheldon Rosengarten with Marks Bensdorf Realtors. I'm often called Shell Done because I sell homes and work with buyers and I get the job done. There are 7 keys to successfully selling your home quickly at a great price. First, call me. I do my research and advise you on preparation, presentation, and proper pricing that gets you the activity to get the best price. Follow my advice and it can happen. I did mention 7 keys to a successful sale, didn't I? Well, if you use the first key, calling or emailing me, you really don't need the next 6 keys. Remember, that's Sheldon Rosengarten at 483-0546 or MemphisRelocate.com. If you don't need me now, write it down for later or for a friend. That's Sheldon at 483-0546 at MemphisRelocate.com. Do it now, and who knows, you may hear your home advertised here. Remember, as bad a golfer as I am, when selling homes, Sheldon gets it done.
I say this all the time. Insurance companies aren't in the biz of protecting you. They're in the business of protecting their profits. Their number one goal is to avoid paying any claim that can get out, right? These policies, home, life, auto, are written in legal jargon on purpose, not for clarity, for confusion. Buried in all that fine print are exclusions and loopholes and coverage gaps. You're not going to catch those on your own. You think you're covered, but you don't actually know. I don't know. Most people only find out when something goes wrong, and by then it's too late. That's why I love My Policy Advocate. I tried it myself. Upload your policy. It breaks it down in plain English, telling you where you're covered, exposed, and where your insurance company can deny you. Here's the best part. Costs 27 cents a day. 27 cents. Practically nothing. And it could save you tens of thousands of dollars when life happens. Don't leave it to chance. Go to mypolicyadvocate.com. Take 5 minutes. Make sure you're actually protected.
Rebel Nation, get the latest on everything Ole Miss sports with the Cannon Motors of Mississippi Rebel Yell Hotline. Join Rebel insiders Chuck Rounsville, Yancey Porter, and Gary Darby Monday nights at 6 as they break down the latest with the Rebels, along with even more insight from special guests. Rebel Yell Hotline, Mondays at 6 p.m. on WHBQ.
Stay up to date with everything going on in Ole Miss athletics with Rebel Yell Hotline every Monday night from 6 to 7 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
I'm Ryan Saharovich with NST Injury Attorneys. For over 35 years, we have fought for Memphis families and won big. If you've been injured, the call is free, and you don't pay unless we win. NST is the way to go. Call 683-7000.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour brought to you by MemphisMoldInspector.com. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. We've been talking NFL draft with my man Mo Schefter. Views from the 22. Nobody does football better than Mo. Mo money, Mo women's, Mo problems, but Mo knows more about football than you. Hey Mo, I got a question, man. Just as a broad question. Like, I'm looking at all these divisions. I want to talk about the NFC North here in just a minute. We just went through the West. There's a lot of stuff that I'm kind of wondering about. But do you believe that there was just a clear winner in this year's NFL draft that did better than anybody else, period, bar none? You can see why they did exactly what they did. They had a plan and they executed it.
I don't want to sound redundant, Johnny.
Harbaugh.
I got 3 teams for you. Actually, you could put 4, but I'm going to give you 3 for sure. Number 1 is the New York Giants. I think far and away the winners of the draft.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Number 2, believe it or not, the sports entertainment club known as the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm not far from. I'm with you.
Got to be real. And then number 3, I love what the Chiefs did. I love what the Chiefs did because to me, as I always say, right, it's the top 3 positions are quarterback, protect the quarterback, get the quarterback. The 4th honorable mention, defend the quarterback, being the cornerback. And anytime you can add a corner who now for the next 5 years you could be paying under the premium market value for a premier player, for a premier position, you're winning. You're winning. And then the Giants, not only did they take the top player on my board at number 10 in Francis Maiawaga, they also took my 3rd best overall player in Arvell Reese. And then I'm going to just be honest, they took my 2nd favorite corner. I thought Hood should have been a 1st-round pick. I really did. I am in love with that player.
I'm with you.
So to me, if you look at what the Jets did with their 3 first-round picks, And what the Giants did with their top 37, with their 3 picks in the top 37, the Giants were far and away winners, better at judging positional value, and better at understanding what their roster needs. Like the Jets completely, in my opinion, dropped the ball. Now they have 3 first-round picks next year, but they're going to package that to go for a quarterback. I think they dropped the ball with the beef they could have added with 3 first-round picks this year, because I think the skill position players are all coming next year. But top 3 winners, Giants, Chiefs, Cowboys.
Over in the NFC North, who was the winner? Bears are, coming. Detroit's been what they've been. Packers are always close, and the Vikings have, Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, and they got weapons, and they got a, quote, genius at offensive. I guess Kevin McCarthy, they say he's a great offensive coach and a mind and everything. But, dude, you got now Kyler Murray. I have no idea right now what to believe in the North.
Can I tell you something? And this is where men gotta be men and correct their statements when they make false statements. And I'm talking about myself here. I have 0 criticism left of Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson. I'm serious. 0. Okay, not Ben Johnson, because let's see what he does on 4th down next year.
Mm-hmm.
But Ryan Poles, so first of all,
is quickly completely rebuilt this Bears team.
Bro, not only rebuilt the Bears team, he's rebuilt his reputation. He's rebuilt his reputation. He fleeced Brandon Beane by giving up a 2nd-round pick for DJ Moore when he was going to cut him. And he drafted a center from Iowa. He drafted a big player from the Big Ten. Very smart. And then I told you, Johnny, I love the entire secondary for Oregon. And the safety they took, I think he's going to be phenomenal. He's a Kevin Byard type player. He's going to fit perfectly with Dennis Allen and that turnover happy scheme. I think the Bears, believe it or not, separated themselves from the pack.
And hell, I think the kid out of Texas, oh God, what is his last name? Malik Muhammad, I believe, or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, Malik Muhammad.
Is that it? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm going off from memory of Texas. I thought that kid could play some damn football. He's got elite footwork. He's got his hips are so quick. He gets in and out of breaks. He deflects balls. I thought for a 4th-round pick, he was a steal.
Totally agree. And we said that, Johnny. We said this is going to be the draft where the smart teams, the smart executives do well, and the ones that aren't smart, aren't prepared, are going to be exposed.
Damn, I love
because it wasn't loaded with talent. And can I say one more thing?
Absolutely.
The Cowboys with Malachi Lawrence, and then that kid from Michigan off the edge. Oh my God, I am incredibly impressed and surprised with how well and how smart the Cowboys drafted.
I love it, man. Mo, tell everybody where they can find you.
Mo_views22. I'll be here Friday. I'll try to jump on these next 2 days if y'all need me. I promise you we do have some stuff coming down the pipeline. But I appreciate y'all, and I love y'all.
I love you too, man. That's Mo Schefter, Views from the 22, back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Don't y'all dare touch that dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Available locally on your radio dial as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, it's easy to stay tuned to Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
You know, sometimes I wish I had a gun.
Well, I'm armed, but before I bought one, I still went to Top Gun Academy to learn to protect myself without a gun.
How is that possible?
Top Gun's personal protection training. It's perfect if you want to protect yourself without firearms.
I don't know.
And it's perfect if you feel the need to carry a gun for self-defense, because the last thing you really want to do is shoot.
That is scary.
Not at Top Gun. It's very comfortable, and you learn to load, handle, and shoot a handgun safely. Protect yourself. Go to Top Gun Academy. They're at 2770 Winton Road.
Rick's Powder Coating for a beautiful finish every time. Rick's Powder Coating specializes in automotive, ornamental, residential, and industrial coating. With 2 conveyor lines and the largest batch ovens in the Mid-South, Rick's can accommodate all of your powder coating needs. Locally owned and operated since 2002, Rick's Powder Coating will customize a beautiful finish just for you. Drop by or call to see how Rick's Powder Coating can bring color to your life. 901-367-2771 or rickspowdercoating.com.
I got him on the line out there in Gossett Volkswagen Germantown. Hey, Marty McNate, what's going on?
I've got some big news. Volkswagen Driver Days is going on at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown.
And I hear you've got some incredible deals happening right now.
You heard right, Randy. I got 2026 Jetta S, $277 a month.
$277 a month for Jetta. Hey, what else you got?
How about 2026 Taos S, $327 a month.
$327 a month for Taos S, and I hear you got a Tiguan deal out of this world.
2026 Tiguan S, $355 a month.
Well, it sounds like you got something for everyone.
Come see me, Marty McNate, at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, 7420 Winchester Road, or shop online at GossettVWG.com. And remember, your future is what you make it.
36 month lease, Jetta SM 104-280, MSRP 26,426, Taos SM 061,652, MSRP 27,011, Jetta TM 05137, MSRP 25,820, Taos S TM 108,191, MSRP 29,101, Tiguan TM 14510, MSRP 32,585, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 895, excludes tax federal license with approved credit, see the complete details, offering score 3026, dealer stock only.
You love your land. During Kubota Orange Days, you'll love all the great deals. With versatile compact tractors, professional-grade mowers, and durable utility vehicles, Kubota equipment can help you turn dream projects into reality. Kubota Orange Days is here, and so are the best deals of the year. Now through June 30th, get select compact tractors with 0% financing available or save up to $5,500. Sale ends soon. Go to KubotaOrangeDays.com or stop by your local dealer for more information.
Here's something you don't see every day. It's a full-on brawl at Family Leisure. Oh, yeah. There's a battle of the brands happening right now through May the 10th with 7 different manufacturers all fighting it out for your business. Listen to this opening blow. Hot tubs starting at $34.99. Ouch! Then followed up with a mean right hook of swim spas starting at $16,999. That's a starting price. There are so many deals right now at Family Leisure, and the prices are just too low for me to even mention on the radio. One thing I can tell you, if you stop by Family Leisure and tell them you heard this on the radio, you're going to get a free cover lift with your spa purchase. But you better hurry in before all these great deals get knocked out. Technically, this is called the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo, but we're calling it the Battle of the Brands, happening now through May 10th at Family Leisure, Whitten Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
Listen each and every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. and join Ottawald Presbyterian Church for worship. Ottawald is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis with Brett Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus. Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. Can you believe it? It's after 12 o'clock. We made it to noon.
That means somebody somewhere is having a Tito's, huh?
More than likely. If life ever hands you lemons, don't freak out, don't fret, don't stress. Just make a lemon drop. Make sure it's with the best. That's Tito's handmade vodka. By the way, for y'all trying to win the Zach Bryan tickets,
yes,
sending me the funny stories, and if I read it on Hardwood at 12:30, you will be the winner. Then I will notify you, and you will get a pair of Zach Bryant tickets. Now, if all of y'all's stuff is good, then I'm just going to have to pick out the best one. You know what I'm saying? But I got some good stuff coming up here at 12:30 that's going to be funny. And we are going to jump back into the NBA playoffs here in just 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. But, bro, what is going on in the world when it comes to gambling? Because right now, yesterday it broke. about what, right 30 minutes after I got off air? Because I was down at Superman.
Actually, it was before we got on there.
Was it?
Yeah, I saw this when we were wrapping up with Greg and Eli.
Oh man, I didn't even notice it yesterday until I was
to mention it to you.
So I'm sitting here down at Hot 107.1 with Soup yesterday, and I'm just kind of scrolling, and it popped up, and I was thinking for sure it was like No 3 or
not No 3.
Like some one of those parody accounts,
right?
Because I'm like, yeah, right. This everybody and their grandmother wanted him. The Cincinnati quarterback who went to Texas Tech, Brendan Sorsby. He's in a rehab facility. And again, if you have issues, I am all for it. I understand Alcoholics Anonymous and Bill W. and Dr. Bob, who wrote the 12-step program. I know NA, Narcotics Anonymous. I understand CA, Cocaine Anonymous. I know what these things are. I, honest to God, don't know how you rehab somebody from a gambling addiction because it's not a physical addiction, I guess. Maybe it's a dopamine hit because you're constantly hitting it. I know all about that with ADHD. I get on a dopamine kick. I'm like, bam.
You really literally heard of a group called Cocaine's Anonymous?
Hell yeah, they got one here in Memphis, man.
I can believe it. That's what I'm saying.
CA.
Not the commercial bill.
No. NA is narcotics, and usually it's a lot more with opioid and stuff like that. But you can do anything in there if you got it. But just don't smoke weed and go to one of those things. Y'all remember what happened to Dave Chappelle and what's his name in How High?
Half Baked.
Half Baked. That's it. Half Baked. When Bob Saget was in there and they were like, we got an addiction to marijuana, and he's like, you ever? Yeah, that was yeah. That was a different level. But what I'm saying is if anybody really knows, because I don't know, I'm being honest when I say this, I don't understand. I don't know what gambler. I mean, I don't even know what it's called. What is rehab for gamblers? Rehab for gamblers. I guess I'm playing Google.
Addiction is addiction, man. It has its.
But okay, I understand. So if you're addicted to opioids, they will give you stuff like Suboxone to help your cravings so you don't go into withdrawals, or methadone or something like that. And then they will slowly taper you off to where you don't have that physical craving.
This is a good question.
And then you talk to people about the mental side of it, kind of when you get through with the physical addiction and how you deal with life and make life manageable.
What you're looking for is how do you go about navigating this in a therapeutic manner?
Yeah, correct. And I understand, there's help out there for all different types of things. I get it. I guess I haven't looked for it. I mean, marriage counseling. Only thing I know about marriage counseling is if a shrink or a therapist ever asks you, Jared, you're a young guy. Mm-hmm. If you are married at one point in your life and you go to marriage counseling, and for some reason that lady looks at you and says, here are 5 cards. I want you to write your hall passes. Do not, and I repeat, do not do anybody that is related or friends with your wife. Because the only time I went to marriage counseling, remember what happened to me, don't you, Ham?
Yeah, that was quite the list you came up with for your hall passes.
So she, I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. I was like, dude, therapy ain't that bad, because I was fighting to go to it. Mm-hmm. And when they gave me the hall passes and told us to go in a room and sit down and really think about them, I was like, pfft. I went in there. I was like, shh, 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 shh. Put them junts down, pulled my pen from Coach's dispensary out, started hitting that junt. And I just kind of chilled, scrolled for 20 minutes. But when I walked out and we sit down and the lady goes, all right, Carrie, turn over your cards. And she turns over Brad Pitt and Matthew McConaughey and Derek Jeter or something. People she ain't ever gonna meet. Mm-hmm. I knew I was in deep trouble. I just said, man, you know what? That's cool. And they were like, turn yours over, John. And I was like, nah, I think I was gonna keep mine to myself. And they're like, turn it over. And it was your mom, your sister, your cousin, your other cousin, and the busty chick from Save-A-Lot. Because I knew all of them. And I'd see them all the time. So I thought that's why you know what I'm saying?
I can imagine that these women were really ready to cut you like the women was in Arkansas.
Which Save-A-Lot?
Over at the salon.
Which Save-A-Lot? She still working?
Oh, it was the downtown. This was 20 years ago, bro. No, 25 years ago.
You never got her
26,
name.
27
the
years
busty
ago.
chick from Save-A-Lot.
Oh,
I didn't know her real name. I couldn't remember it, but I do remember she was busty and very nice.
And that's why you continue to
And the
go
way
to
she
the
sacked
Save-A-Lot.
my groceries, bruh.
That's the why you continue to go to Save-A-Lot. It was not for the value of saving a few bucks on some groceries.
It's kind of like the Hooters that now is like a car down the street. Remember when that Hooters was up and they had that redheaded bartender? I went there all the
You
time.
mentioned the redheaded bartender.
Man, I was like, damn, she's hot.
The redheaded bartender at Hooters on Mount Moriah.
Man, that was another 20. That was 25 years ago.
And the busty chick at Save-A-Lot.
Mm-hmm. No, I didn't even know the Hooters chick at the time because that was after divorce. That was like post-divorce. It was great. It was a good time to run into her. But anyway, back to what was I talking about? How did I get? Rehab.
Rehab.
Yeah, therapy. See, don't do that in therapy. But what do you do? I will not gamble on sports. I will not gamble.
They just make them play a slot machine until I get tired of it.
Dude, yeah, that's another thing. But by the way, whoever thought, like, I also find it kind of humorous. Like, people are like, I can't believe this is going on. Bro, when you give millions of dollars to young people, or hundreds of thousands.
Money
to young people. And by the way, young people make bad decisions. And now you're putting young people in charge of where they go to school, how many times they transfer,
and what they getting paid.
And what they getting paid and all these types of things. And, you're living a different life. It is easy to get caught up and make really bad decisions. And let's just be honest. Is anybody out there actually surprised in a world that when you watch TV lately, like, what is one of the things that you've noticed the most about when you watch sports? At least for me.
FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM.
Bet365.
Yeah.
Call sheet. You can bet on what you think would happen in real life.
Right, right.
It's that money crave. Like, yeah, everybody.
But the thing of it is,
this is facts.
It's not new. It's not a new phenomenon. It's just being promoted.
It's legal.
Yeah, the legality of it makes the promotion of it new. But, John, from the days of having to go deal with a bookie.
Right.
Oh, hell yeah. I remember.
Local betting pools, but now it's global.
Man, so my girl, and this has been so long ago, I don't think anybody can come after. I just won't use names. But let's just say there was a very sweet lady who answered the phone. We'll call her Lil Debbie. But Lil Debbie had 4 brothers. And her brothers were really big. And man, Miss Debbie would answer the phone and take your bets and so sweet. And she would come and meet you to pay. But you didn't want her 4 brothers to have to come collect from you. Because you were going to get your ass whipped. And Miss Debbie be like so sweet. She'd be like, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to have to send my brothers over here if you don't get that $3,000 to me now by this Friday. Yes, ma'am, Miss Debbie.
Did you get a visit from these brothers, Sean?
Luckily, no. But I do know somebody that worked with me that did. And he came to work and he looked really, really bad.
Ooh.
Looked like a raccoon.
Ooh.
Raccoon with Marvin Harrison Jr.'s lips. Fat as hell. Got busted. Pop! Right in the mouth. That's brought to you by L'Oreal. But again, when we're watching sports where you're watching a thing, this is brought to you by Kalshi. And we're in the Bet365 studios over here at ESPN Bet. Coming up next on your commercials, brought to you by FanDuel and BetMGM. You know what I'm saying? Produced by DraftKings.
Even when I watch some of my, your favorite podcasts or whatever, you'll see one of those logos in the bottom corner, left-hand corner, right-hand corner, top corner sometimes even.
Drewski. Drewski in comedy, but he promoting Prize Picks.
Right.
Right. Like that.
I ain't mad at
Drewski. And by the way, didn't I see Big Gangsta Plug doing one of those too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where he's little? Is that the one where he's little? That was a funny one, man. I'm like, damn, dog, they got him tiny.
But it's just, like Jared said, it's legal. And because it's legal everywhere, and then to be able to do it online.
Okay, by the way, I got a note text here. It says Brendan Sorsby checked into a residential treatment program for gambling addiction. The problem with that, which is good for him to seek help if he has an issue, he's now under NCAA investigations in the wake of the discovery of Sorsby making thousands of bets being a gambling app. Texas Tech people are freaking out because they're worried about his eligibility. And let's not forget their backup quarterback's injured right now. Their quarterback from last year transferred out. Their backup quarterback they had this year, they don't have a quarterback on their roster that can throw a damn football.
And Brandon Sorsby, he was doing this while he was underage.
Mm-hmm.
When he was in Indiana, he was making bets.
He's a true freshman, in 2022.
You know, so...
You can bet on college games?
Well,
hell yeah, you can.
But see, that's the thing. though.
Back then you couldn't. Last year, though, did you hear? Remember last year? And
he went to see the bookie, dog.
You think so? I think he was on some.
How else he gonna get that through?
Yeah.
Having a friend that's of age to make you
outside of that, right?
I'm gonna say,
but they got it tracked to him though.
Like I know a little. I'm not gonna rat him out, but I know a little homie who's like. He's a kid, kind of. You might know him. You've heard him on these airwaves. It's not my fault.
I know who you're talking about.
Anyway, the kid, he got a gambling app.
He know the spread. Well, he think he do anyway.
He's funny though.
Yeah, he's funny as hell.
I like the kid. But the kid don't play. He's doing it, but he ain't also an athlete. He's not going to be getting millions of dollars and being Brendan Sorsby, and he can't affect the outcome of the games and all that stuff. But remember last year. Division I schools, did they rescind this information or is it because now this guy just took me, they rescinded it. That can't be right. You remember last year when the NCAA basically said that, they can't like say it's illegal. It's that you cannot gamble. Like student athletes and the athletics department and staff members are now legally able to participate in sports betting on professional sports only if you're a college person.
I remember that.
But you're only allowed to bet on professional sports.
Right.
Dude, who in the hell's going dude, if you know that you down like $2,000 and you playing on Saturday and you're a 21.5 point favorite.
Go wide open for it.
But we just man, I can sure get right here if I just get my buddy to place a bet and you think nobody's going to know. I'm just wondering, the whole situation about this is we found out about this yesterday, and then today some of the stuff that's breaking. Ham, fill us in on that, because that's just insane.
Another cat that was, let me pull this up. He was one of the guys that was in charge of, responsible for fixing some of the college basketball games. Remember they had that probe going, at the start of the season, where they were picking some of the players from, of course, none of the no major programs, I don't want to just name anybody's school and get it wrong, but Lehigh. No, it ain't nobody at Lehigh. C.J. McCollum School probably doing that, but they were being accused of, having them fix games and just kind of in an underworld situation. And they arrested one of the guys this morning, for that. Let's see. Well, you got Damon Jones, of course, with the NBA side of it, becomes the first to plead guilty. And, the deal that they had where they were fixing games, were accused of fixing games in the NBA, which, of course, if he pled guilty, then where there's smoke, there's fire.
Bro, you won't believe this.
Got nothing new?
They said, dude, did you hear about the guy who, the soldier that made $400,000 on Polymarket?
Damn.
I guess he had some inside information. Hey, Randy, do me a favor. I know you're probably busy or something. Can you give me a little more info on this one? I didn't know about no soldier making $400K on Polymarket. By the way, don't forget, you're right, Texter, Art Schleister back in the day. The tech guy probably had a morals clause in his contract.
Probably so, yeah.
He wants to keep that money. I'll tell you one thing, Texas Tech, those billionaires, man, they spending the money well, but they ain't getting lucky with what they spending it on. You had Toppin get injured last year. Now your quarterback you just spent a brick on is checking himself in a residential.
They need the great Mike Leach back to come back and develop some quarterbacks for him, baby. Shout out to the late, great Mike Leach.
Oh, here we go. Gambling addiction.
Patrick Mahomes, a Texas Tech guy. They need another Pat.
Oh, here we go. I just got it. Man, y'all are so good. They sent me a link to Prescott House, which is a gambling recovery program.
Okay.
And it says, feel trapped in the gambling cycle. Do you feel stuck with sports betting, slots, stock trading, or online gaming? Damn, stockbrokers are gamblers. That's a good point. Commodities traders. Do you chase losses and want to break free? We understand. Blah, blah, blah. And then they say they uncover the thoughts and the feelings that keep you stuck, learn healthier ways to cope, manage debt, and rebuild your financial stability. They teach you financial classes. They explore new hobbies and interests. Don't start smoking crack. That is whack.
That's a hell of an addiction jump right there, Joe.
Develop a stress management technique. I'm just saying, if you explore new hobbies, I don't need you to start hanging out with local crackheads.
You go from gambling to smoking crack.
It says create a balanced, satisfying life for yourself with personal growth. I mean, this just sounds like any damn self-help book I ever read. I'm going to open up a damn. I'm going to gamble the whole time and then open up a gambles. Don't do what I do what I say. That sounds like who's heard that here?
And I got the Chiefs on -5.5, -5.5 right now.
Damn it, I lost. I told y'all not to listen to me.
Then they come in and they hear you snap about Fernando Mendoza.
Oh, damn. Homie just sent me a link to this one and I clicked on it. And this ain't no gambling addiction. Did you know there's sex and pornography addiction treatment centers as well? Oh,
especially
really?
in the day, in the era of
Has anybody ever seen
OnlyFans,
Shay Shay there? After you lose like $100 million because you like sleeping with way too many like scandalous women.
The girl retired, man.
I know. She literally left. She shut down her OnlyFans account and said, "Peace.
Like she
I'm
literally
out.
retired, yo.
I just got $100 million. How you like me now?" Golly. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Special Forces soldier had all the plans for the snatch and grab of Medora. So he placed $35,000 on a futures bet on, where did it go? What was that damn thing? Not Kalshi, the other one. The one, Polymarket. And yeah, dude, that's actually a smart move by him. Like, look at Nancy Pelosi. She's been doing it ever since she walked into the House of Congress. That girl's like trades. She's like her trades are so good that she's like, what, up 170,000% since she entered the stock market. Like, that's not even like, she made Warren Buffett look stupid. Damn, we got a bunch of people texting in. The military dude bet on the Venezuelan president would leave office by January 1st. They knew they were going to raid him. Bam. He bet the only $35,000 he had left in his life savings. Went in there. It was part of the raid. I got to say, dude, if you're the dude who's like going to hop in a helicopter, jump out that junk with a gun and snatch homie, I feel like that's like part of the job. You should, hey, you know, if I can bet on Polymarket, you know what I'm saying? I'm risking my life, bro. Like, it's $400K. I'm going to leave my family if, God forbid, I get killed. I don't know. I kind of don't feel bad for him.
That's crazy, though. That's kind of like betting that somebody will get robbed today at gunpoint. If you're the person that robbed him at gunpoint. Like,
that's a good point. That's a great analogy. Today in Memphis, Tennessee, I have a feeling that 3 people are going to get carjacked. Yo, I'm taking the over, and you go out and do 3 jackings. I don't think those are on. I'm on it. Let's see what kind of crazy stuff. I'm pulling this up real quick.
Like the little ads on TikTok for Kalshi, they say you can make a bet that a movie come out, Rotten Tomatoes scored 27%, and if you hit, you get some money. Like, how can you bet on?
Damn, you can bet on all kinds of stuff.
All kind of stuff, man.
See, man, I do the sports stuff on here. I didn't realize you can bet on politics, sneakers, commodities, Bitcoins. You can bet on actually cryptocurrencies. I don't even know what the hell this is. Team Vitality, FlyQuest, the bleep. Oh, yeah, they got all kinds of whack things you can bet on over here. Man, they got all kinds of foreign affairs you can bet on. Huh. Okay, so here's one. I wouldn't have a freaking clue. I wonder if that dude for like CNN, you never seen that guy who's always standing in front of the screen kind of yelling? He's the pollster guy they did. You know what I'm talking about?
I can't think of it now.
But you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All right, so like this guy would dominate over here on Polymarket. I bet his ass is on that thing, tearing things up because it's like you can bet on U.S. House midterm winner, U.S. Senate midterm winner, Fed decision in April, CPI year over year in April. Damn, dude. Like who bet? Man, I don't even know what the hell this stuff is. So,
and not us, but the world is tripping off the quarterback for go checking in, but they got all this stuff that you can actually take action on. Just like non-sports related stuff.
Huh.
But they want to blame it on sports.
Well, they just made it legal to gamble on pretty much anything.
You feel me?
Except for tiddlywinks. I guess that's still for kids.
You know what? Somebody got a legal pool going with that too. Tiddlywinks, jacks, the game of life, sorry, all the board games. They got gambling.
And it also says, Polymarket says, coming soon, more politics, crypto, tech. You're going to start being able to gamble on tech futures, and many more markets are coming. Yes, notify me.
But everybody just want to single out sports. Gotcha.
Cricket? Don't those games taste like days?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of screwed up. Like, I know a 7-game series is like there's day after day after day, but if you start a game and you can't finish that night, I'm like, damn, bro. I got to come back tomorrow and the next day and the next day.
Right. Yeah, you at that point, you got sick of looking at them people.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
I'm with you on that. But I got to take a quick timeout. We're going to find out who's going to win these. What's my homie's name? The country.
Bryan.
Man, you are good. What's his name?
Zach Bryan.
Zach Bryant. Zach Bryan.
Like the lunch meat brand in the South. You know, the flavor of the South, Bryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that one.
And we got tickets for him on Saturday to one of you lucky people who's... Man, I got a lot of y'all's texts I'm actually going to read, so I'm just going to have to pick somebody up and send you, you are the winner.
I actually asked you if you knew about, like, some lunch meat packing company. You work for George Lapidus. I mean, you know.
Damn, Skippy. You have no idea.
Shout out to the Feinberg Meat Packing Company.
Mm-hmm. Damn, yeah, he's going to be here doing a little Zach Bryan. See, this is so confusing to me. Because I feel like, is there a Zach Bryant, too?
You sound like somebody that played in the NBA. The power forward or something.
Zach Bryant.
Or,
he did play minor league baseball for Texas.
There you go.
Oh, and there's also a Zach Bryant who does play music, but I don't think he's very popular because, yeah, homie's got only like, he's definitely terrible. Never mind. He had like 7 views. Dude, if you made a song and you put it out there for people and like in 4 years you had 7 views, would you feel like crap?
I mean,
I just gave him his 8th. And I'm not even got the volume on.
Oh, man. You ain't right.
Can they tell that?
Turn the volume up so you can see how bad it is. That's the case. It might, you turn it up, it might not even be bad. But you got a musician sitting right across from you, so, you know. You had an expert.
Holy cow, this dude who texts me says he's got some serious inside information in the raid where the U.S. used some type of sonic weapons that made the Venezuelan soldiers poop themselves, then vomit profusely. It sounds like something out of Austin Powers.
It sounds like a G.I. Joe story, man. What is this?
Dude.
That's Area 51.
Hey, everything is frequency and vibration, bro. But there's a vibration that can make you poop your pants. I know there's like a couple Geritol commercials out there who are like, don't let that frequency out, bro. We got that lock on the market now. I got to take a quick time out. I'm coming back with a lot of wood for you. I do want to remind you the air you breathe outside could be Like today, was it moderate? Me and you were stuffy as hell this morning.
Moderate air quality.
Moderate air quality.
And when it gets moderate, and then when it gets hot, that cold orange, that's gonna be ugly, and there's gonna be a lot of humidity, John.
Yeah, and that's the thing about Memphis. You were talking about how humid it was today.
Oh.
Today, I'm going to tell you right now, somebody's somewhere in Memphis's house or in East Arkansas or West Memphis, as we like to call it, or North Mississippi, or the bottom of Memphis.
Well, Dyersburg, Jackson.
Any of that area. There's only one person to call.
Homies.
MemphisMoldInspector.com. My friend Stan Mosier. The air you breathe inside your house could actually be the worst than the air outside. If you have mold in your house, that could be so hazardous to your health, it's not funny. When do you need to get in touch with Stan? Well, one, if you're having issues breathing, if you find yourself always getting sick, if you have a newborn on the way, or if you care about just your health in generally, or you have a family member that's immunocompromised, make sure you check the quality of the air inside your house. The only licensed mold assessor is Stan Mosier, MemphisMoldInspector.com. You can also call my homie Stan. So simple. It is so simple. 901-292-7788. Like, I can remember that. 292-7788. Booyah to ya, Jim. How you like me now? Hit up Stan. Get peace of mind and know that the air quality in your house is good. And if it's bad, listen to this man and get it fixed ASAP, because the air you're breathing in your crib or your office could be seriously dangerous. Memphis Mold Inspector and MemphisMoldInspector.com. Wood on the other side. I'm giving away some tickets to Zach Bryan. Did I get it right? Give me 2 points. Back in Two Shakes, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Did you miss your favorite Sports 56 show?
No!
Check out the podcast, broken down hourly at sports56whbq.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to like and subscribe. Never miss any Sports 56 show again with our podcasts available daily from Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Cleanliness is next to impossible unless you call Hilo Commercial Services. For 15 years, Hilo's dedicated team has been cleaning offices throughout the Mid-South. Hilo's janitorial services are customized to your business. Clean once, quarterly, or ongoing, and get the JRD guarantee. We clean until you're satisfied. Hilo Commercial Services, the biggest and the best in the Mid-South. Visit MrCleanTeam.com. That's MrCleanTeam, MrCleanTeam.com for Hilo Commercial Services.
Volkswagen Driver Days is going strong, and Gossett Volkswagen's got you covered on the pike. Get out here right now and get sporty 2026 Jetta S. We Gossett now just $249 a month. $249 a month for Jetta S. How about 2026 Tiguan S? We Gossett $269 a month. Yes, $269 a month for Tiguan S. And if you're looking for performance, style, and technology, look no further than 2026 Atlas SE. We Gossett at $319 a month. Or get 0% for 60 months available. You ready for a new ride? Well, we got you covered at Gossett Volkswagen on the Pike. 1875 Covington Pike, or online, GossettBWMemphis.com.
If you want it, we Gossett at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 36-month lease, Jetta TM 005137, MSRP 25,820, Tiguan TMO 14510, MSRP 32,585, Atlas TC 515,398, MSRP 41,841, includes all rebates and incentives, must be financed through Volkswagen Credit PF 895, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month, dealer stock only.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code Champion25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code Champion25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code Champion25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hi, I'm Parker Trotz with NST Injury Attorneys. For over 35 years, we've fought for Memphis families and won big. If you've been injured, the call is free, and you don't pay unless you win. NST is the way to go. Call 683-7000.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It's a Tuesday, man. We got hoops tonight, by the way, and we haven't even talked about our bets. We're going to talk about it after this segment because we got 3 NBA basketball games. You got baseball. You got all kinds of stuff to gamble on tonight. Hell, if you're in the poly market and know some inside information, you can hop on that joint. But we got 76ers and Celtics at 6, Hawks and Knicks at 7. Talk about a damn good series. Hawks and Knicks has been damn good. Tonight, Celtics are going to close out that sorry 76ers team.
Hey, them people in Philly said they wanted Boston. They wanted the Celtics. They getting them.
Yeah, right. Trailblazers and the Spurs. Another game that's going to be closed out. Spurs toy with their food and still beat the brakes off you. We'll talk about these games and more, but we do got to talk a little bit about some funny stories and giving away some tickets. And it's always brought to you by Rick's Powder Coating. Don't paint, powder coat it. If it's metal, automotive, ornamental, any industrial, you name it, if you paint it, it's going to rust, it's going to chip, it's going to fade. If you powder coat it, it's going to last forever. It bonds to the metal. It doesn't rust. It doesn't chip. It doesn't fade. It is beautiful from the day you get it till the day you gone. And that's sick. That's technology. That is science. They have the largest batch ovens in the Mid-South. Go to rickspowdercoating.com for more information. Let's go to Hardinwood.
This is Access Hardinwood.
All right, my man. We got to figure out some stuff. We got some good stuff out here today. Dude, I love this. We got so many good texts. I can't even believe how good our audience has been today. Thank you. There's some funny and some very, very sick stuff as well that I will not be able to read. But I wanted to ask you, Jared, didn't you say you had a good story?
Oh, yeah, Jay, over the break, I was telling John I was messing with a chick in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, was it Laverne or Shirley?
Neither. There's a rapper named Cappuccino, but that's neither here nor there. But we were in the club, and she was trying to get me to believe in my looks. And, oh, you're so handsome. So she bet me I couldn't get 3 numbers before the night over. And I got 2 numbers within like 5 or 6 minutes of each other.
Then she
I looked down and read my phone. This is a text from her telling me, find you a ride home. And she left me at the club. I was like, the only thing we betted was a drink. You ain't have to be a sore loser.
Oh, man.
Now, did you get a ride home with a girl that you picked up with one of those numbers?
No.
Oh, man, you had their number. It's like, use it like Uber. No,
one of them was with her mother for her birthday.
Ooh.
And
that would have been a real freaky one.
Right.
I will tell you, though, this story does kind of have a little something to do with what you're talking about, Jared. So, endangered leopard sharks have been observed, have never been observed mating in the wild. Like, we've never been able to catch it with all the camera technology. And plus, we don't know ish about the oceans. I mean, we've, what do they say all the time? We've only searched 5% of the oceans.
20%.
Or something like that. But compared to, there's a lot of stuff going on. But for the very first time, everybody, hey, can you pull that down a little bit for me, by the way, the music in my background? My ears be bothering me. It's that damn sinuses.
Yeah, them sinuses rough.
So, an endangered leopard shark was observed mating in the wild for the very first time in human history. And scientists witnessed something they did not expect. It was a threesome. Hugo Lesauce. He's got to be a marine biologist out of France. He's from the University of the Sunshine Coast, Australia. Oh, he's Australian. Sorry. Crocodile Dundee. And he documented it with video, and he released a paper He published it in the journal, like, of ethology. Damn, I can't even read. But LaSauce told CNN that mating events are rare to witness in any shark species, period. The researchers have only previously seen courtship interactions where a male chases after a female, but not the act itself because the sharks are so fast and they get away. Leopard sharks are found in the Indian Ocean. They're in the Western Pacific Ocean as well. But the populations are decreasing, so they've been really trying to like work on conservation, and they're trying to figure out how they can get them to knock up more chick sharks, you know what I'm saying? And now they figured out the answer. Because leopard sharks, 2 males chase the female. And then a threesome occurs. And it's not the one that you like where it's WWM or FFM. It's MMF.
It's a devil's three-way.
Yeah. Sharks are freaky deaky, bro. That poor girl can't even call no shark police neither.
They not mathing either. You can.
Like who's no? Like they don't. The reason they do that because they're like nobody knows who the father is. So now we bolting.
But if they preserving they population, you need 2 women in one of them. Like you get 2 women pregnant, you can't have.
Well, the thing is, the girl sharks. It says that they don't like to mate because it hurts them. Damn. That's bad. That is a very interesting story by one of our texters. By the way, I got to say something, man. If you send me something about a threesome shark happening and have actually... Like, he sent me the link. I looked at the video. It's terrible. I was like, dude, you got to be kidding me. Like, I didn't want to see that. I like the little animals, you know, where they show, like, animals acting cute and doing sweet things. That's the first time I ever seen a MMF threesome with sharks. Goodness gracious.
I don't even know how to even respond.
Because it's hard. Speaking of that, if you're having an issue, does anybody want to have that issue? You know what issue I'm talking about, Jay?
Would that be an issue that can be taken care of by good people over at Bluff City Health and Wellness?
Yeah, that one that's kind of embarrassing. Like, you know, like, could you imagine you have a beautiful woman who actually wants to do something that you think of probably 3,000 times a day, and then the one time she said yes, and you were like, oh no!
This was not scripted, y'all. I just know where John be going.
It doesn't work. Well, your little shark doesn't work, and there ain't another shark to tag in, buddy. And that'd be weird anyway. But if it's good enough for a shark, I guess, hey. So, if you're tired of relying on pills, if you're having little issues where blood ain't flowing to the right spot, maybe your stamina's not where it's want to be, like if you a 2-stroke joke, you need to go to Bluff City Health and Wellness, like ASAP. Call this number now, 901-800-7606, because a 2-stroke joke is a broke joke with no girlfriend and no self-esteem, and he's sitting around by himself and he can't even play by himself. Go to Apex. Get the Apex RF treatment at Bluff City Health and Wellness. Take back control. Take back your confidence. Restore natural performance, blood flow, sensitivity, enhance stamina. Get your confidence back. When you step in the box, act like Barry Bonds, bro. Know you're going to knock that junk out the park. The best thing is, it's only 15 minutes. There's no downtime, no side effects, no needles, yo. Like, you only got to stick a needle in your junk. That would be terrible. There's no pump either. Back in the day, before we had science, these dudes had pumps. That's crazy. Could you imagine, like, getting out your basketball and then having to, like, go to your bedroom after you playing with your homies and then run back out and get your air pump? I got to pump this junk up. Nah, dog. You just go to Bluff City Health and Wellness, 901-800-7606. Get your confidential appointment today. Again, restore all that goodness in your life. Circulation, revitalization, confidence, and next thing you know, bro, you'll be like Barry Bonds on the damn, what was it? The Balco stuff?
The cream and the clear.
The cream and the clear. And you'll be able to get there, but not 2 strokes with like a joke. You see what I'm saying? Apex RF, Bluff City Health and Wellness is the only one that's got it. Anything you got over there, Jay?
As far as?
Like, is there anything you wanted to hit up? Like, did you see where Diana Rossini has a playlist for Mike
No,
Grable?
I didn't. She's terrible, yo. You name your kid, Michael. Come on, man. But I did see that Angel Reese.
Dude, this is so terrible. You know who actually put this report out? I just noticed.
Who?
The Athletic.
Oh, boo. They still charge people $1.
I'd rather them charge me just $1.
Yeah.
Damn, she made a Spotify playlist called Turning the Page that she shared with user
She went in therapy with Mike
named
this
Mike
weekend.
in December 19th, 2022, which just happens to coincide with a 4-game Titans losing streak.
Hey, she's addicted to Michael, so she need to go to therapy for that. Just
Yeah,
for
she
dudes like
does.
Michael.
I'm surprised Mike Tyson ain't reached out. Let me just tell you something. You got Mike Tyson? If you heard it, you could do it.
Oh yeah, John. Like you were mentioning, as far as your boy Kane, Angel Reese has trolled her ex Jalen Duren about getting banged on.
Oh, bro, let me just tell you something. I've been watching. I started following Angel Reese yesterday. Did you also see the outfit that she put on and said that she don't have to worry about her man pulling a Klay Thompson? And then she showed her big old bosoms, and then she showed her big old booty, and then she showed herself in that leopard skin print and say, Wendell knows where he's getting it. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn. And then also shows a bunch of pictures of her man posterizing Jalen Duren.
Her old man.
I'm going to tell you something, man. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, this is funny. Barry Bonds had a big skull, not a big head, John. Yeah, I think those roids, don't they like shrink?
They supposed to.
They
yeah.
supposed to? Are they really? Is that like a wives' tale where they tell kids so they don't do them?
You know what? I think it's probably the latter
Probably
of what
true.
you said, yeah. I don't know though.
You know what? Next time I go in a crunch, when I see one of them big steroid heads, I'm gonna be like, "Yo, Holmes."
Yeah, X them.
I was no, I don't even know how you would ask that question. Never mind. I'm not getting my ass kicked. What am I looking at?
Angel Reese.
Oh yeah, walking up in the damn thing.
I should have watched the games last night.
Yeah, she would do. Judge, Aaron were on TV. Angel Reese was there. Like, Wendell Carter and Desmond Bain had love. I'm going to give you some gambling love on the other side. Don't touch the dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Let Bryant Dacus and Brett Norsworthy take you home every afternoon. Sports Time on Sports 56. Weekdays from 3 to 6 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Unlock your new go-to spot, Codes Dispensary in Steele, Missouri, just over an hour from Memphis. When you're ready for a legal, reliable option, they're right up the road. Explore the full menu of top-shelf products in-store and online. Short on time? Order ahead and cruise through the drive-thru for a quick pickup. Stack rewards while you stock up with Club Codes. Earn points for every dollar spent. Codes Dispensary, now open in Steele, Missouri. Supreme cannabis that's worth the drive. Learn more at CodesDispensary.com. That's CodesDispensary.com.
Let me ask you something. I bet it's Central Barbecue related. It is Central Barbecue related. Shoot. You don't want me to ask you a Central Barbecue related question? No, I mean shoot as in go ahead and ask. Oh, you can be very confusing. Ask your question. Which one of Central Barbecue's sauces is your favorite? That's a trick question because, you know, Central Barbecue's slogan is smoke is our sauce, so you don't really even need a sauce. Other than smoke, what's your favorite sauce? I can't do all of them all. Mild, hot, mustard, vinegar, hot vinegar, sweet heat, all of them. And that is how you make a Central Barbecue radio commercial.
The NBA playoffs are in full swing, and the intensity isn't letting up. And with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, your winnings get a boost every single day, all playoffs long. And DraftKings Sportsbook keeps boosting you all the way through. All DraftKings customers can enjoy a profit boost every single day throughout the playoffs. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code HERD to claim your profit boost. That's code HERD to get a boost every day of the NBA NBA playoffs in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas. Wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 and over in most states. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
This is Kelly Erb with Mark Spensdorf Realtors. I have worked with Sheldon Rosengarten for over 10 years and have noticed something about the way he works with his clients. He is way too honest, and they are grateful for us for pointing out things they were not aware of.
This is Sheldon, and yes, being honest has caused people to really think about what they need to do to sell their homes or when they buy. Kelly and I have advised people about what are the best and most economical things to do to prepare their homes for the market to get the best prices.
And Sheldon, we always provide our buyers with the necessary background research to advise them before they make an offer on a house. And yes, we have even sometimes talked clients out of buying, and they're grateful for us pointing out things they were not aware of.
So if you're thinking of buying a home, call or email Kelly or me, and before you list your home, talk to 2 to 3 real estate brokers, but make sure we are one of them.
Yes, remember to call me, Kelly Erb, at 355-3830.
And when you want the job done, call Sheldon at 483-0546 or MemphisRelocate.com. Call us today.
I got him on the line out there in Gossip Volkswagen Germantown. Hey, Marty McNate, what's going on?
I've got some big news. Volkswagen Driver Days is going on at Gossip Volkswagen Germantown.
And I hear you've got some incredible deals happening right now.
You heard right, Randy. I got 2026 Jetta S, $277 a month.
$277 a month for Jetta. Hey, what else you got?
How about 2026 Taos S, $327 a month.
$327 a month for Taos S, and I hear you got a Tiguan deal out of this world.
2026 Tiguan S, $355 a month.
Well, it sounds like you got something for everyone.
Come see me, Marty McNate, at Gossip Volkswagen Germantown, 7420 Winchester Road, or shop online at gossipvwg.com. And remember, your future is what you make it.
36 month lease, Jetta S at 104,280, MSRP 26,426, Taos SMO 6162, MSRP 27,011, Jetta GMW 5137, MSRP 25,820, Taos S TM 108, 191, MSRP 29,101, Tiguan TMO 14510, MSRP 32,585, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 895, excludes high federal license with approved credit, see the complete details, offering score 3026, stock only.
4.9 liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It's time to get in a little bit of some. You know what I'm saying? Are y'all ready to bang? Let's bang. Bangers Pickleball in South Haven's now open with 10 courts. They're indoor courts, people. There's a restaurant. There's 3 bars. And if you're new to pickleball, there's no problem. They got a free Bangers 101 class where you can learn. I learned how to play it, 2 years ago, and I'm addicted like Brendan Sorsby over at Texas Tech is addicted to gambling. But, dude, this is a good addiction because it's healthy, it's fun. Bangers offers a great time for everyone, and there are no memberships required. Bangers even has events for the non-pickleball players. They have mahjong, trivia, whiskey and wine tastings. Love that. Bangers Pickleball has it all. All the rage, all the fun, all for you. Please dink responsibly at Bangers Pickleball, 6787 Snowden Lane in South Haven, Mississippi. Let's bang. I'm going to be there the 15th, by the way, of May.
Good stuff.
Now, one other thing. I just found some stuff during the break. You're going to do all the gambling picks because I'm freaking out. So did you know that right now the NCAA is looking into permanently banning Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby?
Yeah, after what they finding out.
Did you know that Cincinnati is in some deep ish as well? Because they, according to Ross Dellinger, They had direct knowledge of the situation before the start of last season when he was tearing it up over in Cincinnati. And Cincinnati could face some scrutiny from the NCAA as well. And the other thing is, don't forget about the clause that they just put in. Like right now, Texas Tech's backup quarterback has a torn ACL. Their starting quarterback they paid $5 million to. I had to look that one up earlier. I couldn't find it anywhere. Finally found it. $5 million. It's probably going to be banned permanently. But here's the worst part. They can't even go get a quarterback. to fill, because if they do, the new law, because, there's not another portal opening now. If they tamper and get caught tampering to bring in another quarterback to Texas Tech, that will be the fine is 20% of your entire athletic budget. Not just your football budget, not your basketball budget. You know how much money Texas Tech spends every single year on sports, and you have to pay a 20% fine to that to the NCAA? Hell. So Joey McGuire is basically screwed. Texas Tech's coach. Now let's get to gambling. For those non-addicted or too smart to know.
Make it real simple, man. You got Atlanta and New York. Take Dyson Daniels with 2 steals. Take Josh Hart to get 2 steals as well. And take Victor Wembanyama to get 4 blocks. Parlay all of that and go win you some money with that. I'm staying away from that point spread stuff tonight, though, John.
Inline gambling is what we're going to do.
Because I'm really thinking that the Sixers, they'll lose, but they may cover. They may fight. Mm-hmm. Same thing with the Blazers. They'll lose, but they may cover because they're going to fight. But then they also both may get their ass kicked and not cover. That's why I'm not messing with it.
Damn, dude. There was a storm in Steele, Missouri last night. I hope Coach Dispensary is all right.
Oh, really? Because they were supposed to have like a hailstorm.
Dude, an elementary school got smoked, or at least I can see in this.
Yikes.
I can't believe Steele, Missouri information pops up on my phone now. Our phones know us better than we know ourselves. That stuff's crazy. I'm ready to gamble.
Your Siri is really always on.
Oh, it is?
Waiting on standby for you to say, "Hey Siri," so it's always listening.
Oh, damn. This thing's going in the ocean. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. We're going to be back at it tomorrow. We got a big show and a big week. I'll be at Town Village, Alderman Square on Friday. Get out there, make that world a better place.